Hello and welcome to the 4th episode of Sex, Brains and Money. Today is Tuesday, July 31st at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And once again, Mother Nature has blessed us with 30-degree plus weather outside, so we're doing our best not to melt inside. So first segment of the episode, I just want to talk about some of the feedback that I've received. As you can see, we have a little bit of a setup because a lot of people really hated that ugly brown mahogany type desk. So we decided to get rid of that. Some people also said that it seemed like it was sort of closing me off from my guests, and that's the last thing that I would want because I want to have conversations that bring out interesting things. A lot of you have seemed to notice my shoulder tattoo, and I don't really want to talk about it much because if I do, that's the only thing you'll be able to pay attention to. But yes, I have tattoos. A lot of you really didn't seem to like my coffee mug, which is kind of disappointing because that's like, I don't know, it's like sort of a friend of mine. I carry that coffee mug everywhere I go. And it started when I used to be photographed and interviewed in the newspaper for some of the advocacy work that I do. And everybody assumed that someone in my line of work was a drug addict anyways, so I figured I would show off my coffee mug so they would know exactly which drug I'm addicted to. Either way, the most enjoyable comment that came out of that was, "I'm having so much trouble paying attention to your beautiful face because of your ugly mug." So, you know, kudos to whoever came up with that pun, and fuck you very much for not liking it. Other than that, we're just going to switch up the format a little bit today, and I don't really have too much more feedback to share with you. So let's talk about the guests that we have. The first one for the sex segment is Leanne Iskander, who has been leading the fight to allow gay-straight alliances, also known as GSAs, into all Ontario schools, including Catholic schools, which seem very averse to allowing them, and she's going to talk a little bit about her fight. We also have Adam Golding doing the brain segment, who's going to talk about the connections between consciousness and music, which I find really interesting. And for the final segment, the money segment, we're having Mohsin Bhujwalla, who is the Fundraising Coordinator for the LGBT Youth Line, which is an excellent organization that does a lot of work in helping isolated queer youth across Ontario get resources that they need and feel a little bit less alone. So we're just going to take a quick short commercial break. Stay tuned and we'll be right back.